So I moved to New York City at 20 with 800 bucks. I was running away from my past, and whatever happened next is either the silliest thing you've ever heard or the most inspiring. Maybe a little bit of both. Hi, my name is Patrick Frost, and this is my story. I grew up as a military brat. My father was Air Force. Shout out to Chief Master Sergeant Frost. I was kind of the lucky few who didn't have to move around a ton. I mostly call Middle Georgia and Connecticut home. Having a military father, he definitely instilled in me a ton of discipline. It's a show up, don't complain, get it in type of thing. I revolted. I got a lot in. I got heavy into drugs and alcohol around the age of 12 and 13. That is a huge part of my adolescence. And that drug and alcohol scene kind of followed me up until around 22. And then that's when things really changed. But before I tell you about that, I need to tell you about this 800 bucks. So yes, I moved to New York City with 800 bucks, and I need to preface this. That 800 bucks, 500 of it bought me a couch next to two other people on a couch, a studio in the financial district for the first month of me living in my 10 years in New York City. I had no connections. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just had this feeling that I needed to be in New York City. And all that discipline that my father gave me before, this is where it really kind of fell into place. And before it fell into place, I kind of had to fall apart. Because New York in the very beginning, the first year, I was trying to be a party promoter. I was a coat check at a bar. I was an ID checker at a bar. I worked at a restaurant. Shout out Serendipity. That was the craziest job I've ever had in my entire life. I was a hustler. I was making things happen for myself. And then I found fitness, or rather fitness found me. And it came in at the exact moment in time it needed to, because things were starting to get a little bit dark with the whole drugs and alcohol bit. So when I found fitness, and I fell in love with fitness, I became really, really good at it. So I was a part of the founding trainer team that helped open up Barry's Bootcamp in New York City. I was 21 when they hired me. This completely changed everything. This gave me direction. This gave me a place to kind of put my discipline. I was with Barry's for 8 years. I helped open up gyms and studios across the country, some even globally. And I ended up at one point being the top grossing trainer worldwide. I was a ride or die. And then I got signed with Nike. I was a Nike trainer, and then I became a Nike master trainer. We trained celebrities, people that you definitely have heard of. I was actually a part of the original team to help build out the NTC training app. Shout out to all the people that have been doing the breakthrough workouts, by the way, because I still get messages from you guys, and I'm so happy that those workouts still stand the test of time. And then I started working with Techno Gym about 4 years ago. I signed with them. I would go to Italy about 3 to 4 times a year to batch film workouts that live on their apps, that live on their machines. You can still work out with me globally there as well. From the outside, everything looked fantastic, and it was in a lot of ways, but then I slowly started to realize that the more my work kind of translated through a lens of a camera, ironically we're here and this is what I'm focusing on now, the less I fell in love with fitness. Because see, my favorite thing about group fitness, or fitness in general, were the people, was the energy exchange, was teaching a room full of people that were making connections with themselves, their bodies, people around them. I've saw marriage proposals. I've seen best friends sort of make and cement their relationships there in my classroom. I even got engaged at Barry's Bootcamp, actually. That energy exchange, that was everything for me. And slowly, without fueling that, without focusing on that, I started to realize that I was just losing access to it. Mostly because I was no longer in the same place. Because by 2022, my husband and I, we just were like, let's travel. We both can work from anywhere. Let's take advantage of this. So we would go to Paris, Lisbon, Madrid, Brazil. We'd stay months on end. And honestly, I wouldn't trade it for a single thing. I'm very lucky in that regard. But you can't build community like that. You can't continue to coach group fitness classes. So I feel like I've come to a place where I have a choice. I could either fade into oblivion silently, or I could create something new, something different. Plus, I'm not really a fade out kind of guy. My husband and I have been together for 11 years. We have 2 beautiful babies, 2 under 2. Teo is a 1.5 years, and today Eva is 4 months old. I realized lately that without even purposely wanting to, my lifestyle is radical. There are a ton of people out there that want to silence and quiet the queer experience. And I'm not someone who likes to be quieted or faded out of. So I want to live authentically, and I want to live loudly. A lot of people have known me in a version of my life, but This is a place I want it to all exist. The military brat who grew up in Middle Georgia, the one who got into drugs and alcohol far too early for their own good, the one who became a Nike master trainer, the one who married the love of his life, just the one who's building a family, the one who's building something different and creatively today. Because even though there are so many voices out there that are saying so many things, I'm the only Patrick Frost, and this is my voice, so I want to use it. And I want to use it in a way where I can take everything that I've learned and funnel it into something. So here's what you can expect in this channel. This is my goal for this. I want to showcase all the travel, all the authentic, crazy, insane traveling with 2 under 2 kids scenario. I want to showcase what's it like working out at almost 40 years old. And it looks a lot different than it did at 25. I want to showcase what it's like to build a family, to be a dad of 2. And as much as I want to showcase my husband, he wants absolutely nothing to do with this. So I will try to get him involved as sneakily as possible. So subscribe, because the next real video, I already have it packed and ready to go. It's going to be dropping tomorrow, and it starts off early. And I mean like 2 a.m. So I'll see you then.